the title race really in the 2020-2021 Ghana Premier League, we understand from persons what followed, it has been one of the best in recent years. We've seen Hearts of Oak and Kotoko, coming at each other. There is Great Olympics, who is also doing really well this season. And today we want to put a spotlight and do some analysis because we've got some fantastic games coming up this weekend. Accra Hearts of Oak and Olympics.
No, we play home.
Hey, Langabell is already doing the introduction.
Yeah, we play home.
Hey, yo, we here. There's Kotoko and Ashgold. That's also another crucial one. And then there's Mediama and Karela as well. Lots of good football coming up this weekend, and it's all really crucial because we've got very few games to close. Let me just quickly introduce to you my guest this morning to have the conversation with. Langabell has already done the introduction himself. So good morning.
Good morning, lady.
Nice. But why are you in Chelsea?
I'm a Chelsea fan.
Okay, you. Aloya Mande, CEO of Karela, will be joining us. Fifi Taki is a sports journalist. He's joining us via Zoom. There's also Jerome Boateng, who is a football journalist. Jerome Oshra, I beg your pardon. I was putting him on the pitch, but no, he's not. He's a football journalist. Good to have you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, great.
Good morning.
All right. Also joining us on Zoom is Kwame Owusu Ansa. He's a Hearts of Oak fan. What's up, Kwame?
Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, great. Thanks for joining us. So, gentlemen, I think Fifi, I haven't heard from Fifi. He'll probably be joining us a little later in this call. Oh, there you are. Hi, Fifi.
Hi, Mama V. How are you?
Nice. I'm good. Did you have to wear that?
I was just getting ready to leave home, so.
All right. Okay, guys. So let's just make it clear. Fifi is a Great Olympics fan. Great Olympics is third on the table, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, great. How crucial is this game tomorrow against Accra Hearts of Oak?
Sunday.
On Sunday.
Well, Great Olympics, Hearts of Oak has always been a crucial game. If you follow the game from the 80s, it has always been a crucial game for both teams. But the good thing is that this season, Accra Great Olympics are in scintillating form. They are doing extremely well. Hearts of Oak are not doing badly at all. I think they've not lost their last 5 games. That makes them very, very competitive to play Accra Great Olympics. We are looking forward to this game. And most importantly, victory will be ours on Sunday.
All right. Jerome, are you also with a school of thought that says that the title race has been the best in recent years, this 2020-2021?
Yes, and coming from the background where we've not had any competitive league competition in the last 2 or 3 years, because we know there was number 12, which disrupted our game. And then just when we bounced back, we also had COVID also disrupting the game. So against that backdrop, this one has been very, very competitive. I don't remember the last time I saw a neck-to-neck race like this. I mean, I also don't remember the last time I saw any club stay on top of this competition for more than 2 weeks. You'll be there for 2 match days, and by the 3rd match day, you've been dethroned. And that's what we've seen. In fact, if you look at where Hearts of Oak are now, there's a likelihood that by Monday morning, they may have been dethroned. And that gives a lot of credence to the assumption that the competition has been very competitive this time.
Let's hear from Toti.
Well, I think it's been a great season. My other senior panelists have said it all. Because of the truncated seasons, 2 seasons ago and last season, I think this has been very competitive, and most of the teams are giving up their best.
Okay, so let me put the same question to you, Langabell. What do you make of how the season has picked up nicely?
Fantastic. Fantastic, ladies. Let me tell you something. This game, you see, anytime I talk Accra Great Olympics, We are in the system of Ghana football. Everything's changed together when things are all right for Olympics. But if you see that there's a problem with Olympics, with the, how do you call it, with the big men, the fans are acquiring, and so on, then you make the football, even though the league is not attractive, the league too is not fit. Likewise, as my brothers are saying, Olympics, when we go, how do you call it? We go to Division 1, then we come back. We go to Division 1, then we come back. You see, I mean, to make the football make attractive. But right now, as my junior brothers are saying, everything is under control. And let me tell you something. Before Keto Kriku will come, no, he said that let us bring the football back. We bring the love back.
Yeah.
And true. If you see, if it's not because of this COVID, sister, you see the stadium, even though before the COVID comes so far, when you watch Bichim and Carrera, them know, people are going to stadium with their normal numbers. That's why Nana said that, the president said that no, when we don't take time, the COVID will spread for the supporters and the footballers, or you should hold on. But right now, as the things going slowly, look at the other stadiums. Everything's under control. And as my brother said, I never see the football where you be in the first position. You be in the first position until about 4, 5, 6 games before. No. This one where we are playing, nobody know the person who chop first, except it remain 2 matches before we know the person who chop first. Because when we started, Karela did for the first. Before we come to Bichim, before, after Bichim, Kotoko come. After Kotoko come, Accra Great Olympics. Before Asofo come to be the second position again. Then Kralela go back again. Then Kotoko draw. Then Olympics go. No, as my brothers are saying, you know, first, second, third, and fourth, always the league table of that top 4 is changing match by match. You got it?
Yes, no, I do.
But when people are saying that they took the league, they take the league, no.
Which are people?
You will know.
Fifi Langabel is also talking about the competitiveness of the league this season. Does that help, you know, the fact that anybody could be on top at the end of this weekend?
Oh yes, I mean the league has been highly competitive. As he said, I don't recall the last time we saw a Ghana Premier League like that. It's been I don't recall at all. Yes. It's been very, very highly competitive. There's no any other team that has been able to capture the top spot for more than 3 weeks. It's impossible because even at the relegation bottom, it's competitive there because. From Liberty to Legon Cities and King Faisal and all of them. I mean, if King Faisal win 2 games, they will move from the relegation spots. So, in terms of competitiveness, the league has been very, 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 very competitive. And I must say congratulations to. But anytime Olympics is on top form, I mean, traditionally the league gets excited. Maybe people don't know that, but. That is a fact. When Olympics are on top form, the league is always excited. And it's good that we have Kotoko, Hearts of Oak, and Olympics on top of the league, first, second, third. So it's good for our football. I hope that when the league itself gets, we're done with the league, we'll replicate the same form. And players will not get rusty and put on weight and all kind of things. So I'm hoping that players will continue with this form. And I must say congratulations to all the 3 teams on top. In fact, all the teams, all the 18 teams, they've done yeoman's job. I mean, they've entertained fans when they go to the stadium. You always have a player to go and watch. I can talk about the Abe brothers of Olympics. I can talk about Wakaso. There's one defender from Deportivo, Asokwa Deportivo, I've forgotten his name, fantastic player. I mean, they're exciting players to watch when you go to the stadium, unlike before, that maybe it's only one player, and when he leaves, the shores of Ghana, then the league becomes boring and people don't go to the stadium. So I treat people to come to the stadium on Sunday, come and watch the exciting football of Accra Great Olympics and Accra Hearts of Oak.
Yeah, but Jerome, would you agree that anytime Great Olympics is in good form, then the league gets exciting?
Oh, Jerome is too young to know that.
I may be too young to know that, but what I have come to know is that Olympics themselves have been in and out of the competition, and so when they are back into it, they seem to have a lot of excitement. And let's admit it, there's a lot of fun around them, and it is that fun they bring into the competition which makes them think that anytime they are in, the league gets more exciting. Because for us, Kotoko, who have been in the system throughout from the 50s to this point, we've always enjoyed ourselves. And it is that enjoyment we are taking to Obuasi on Sunday to make sure that we dip in the walls of Ash Gold. I was just looking at the league table. They are not in a really good position. Well, they are definitely going to avoid relegation. But if you look at the fact that there are 7 more matches to be played, and then the difference between Ash Gold and, for instance, King Faisal, who are 17th on the table, is just about 5 points, you would have to be very careful you don't lose. But that is the situation they find themselves. They must beat Kotoko to ensure that they climb up the table. Kotoko would also want to consolidate its position at number 2 or get a win and overtake Hearts of Oak. So it makes the pairing very, very interesting. And I will have another eye on the Olympics game because I would love to see Olympics winning and then also wish that Asante Kotoko win so we can overtake Hearts. I see where Olympics is and I like it. If they win and we don't win, there's a likelihood they might overtake us if we are not looking at the goal difference. So it should be a good weekend for all of us this weekend. I just hope that Hearts of Oak will fall. I want them to fall so we can...
In your dreams. In your dreams. And Toti, see, the thing about Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they've kind of rubbed it in with their bars, with their sophisticated office and stuff like that. And Hearts of Oak, we've been more like underground, not... Because, see, when the league started, we're hovering like in the middle thereabouts. We were nowhere up. And with all the drama also within the club and everything else. But look at Hearts of Oak. I mean, how did they turn it around? You've been following them.
Yeah, yes, of course. That's the nature of Accra Hearts of Oak. If you follow the Accra Hearts of Oak for long, you realize that we thrive in these situations. And talking about flashy offices and cars and stuff, the Pobiman project is in the offing, so we are building gradually.
Definitely.
And I believe that is what is translating into results on the field. I think we've not been good administratively lately, but of course, in recent past, the Pobiman project, you realize that the board chairman is helping build structures administratively. We've done good purchases. For once in a long time, we've acquired a very good manager. And you realize that things are translating on the field of play. Again, I want to comment on the fact that whenever Olympics is doing well, the league is exciting. I think we are the cause of that. We actually helped in building their ego by losing to them in the first round. But trust me, this Sunday, we are going to deflate that ego and then we'll put them back into their place. And as for Kotoko, they've been dropping points and we only hope that it will continue.
Lagabel, you have a response for him?
Oh, yes. Let me tell you something. That guy, the man is sitting there, it shouldn't be a loose. He shouldn't try to be a loose at all. Because one, Accra Hearts of Oak, a team called us. The whole Ghana know that we are the people who help Accra Hearts of Oak. If Olympics, let me tell you something. About 10 years, Olympics is able not to do anything in the Premier League. Where is Hearts of Oak? 10 years, where is Hearts of Oak? No, ask him, where is Hearts of Oak?
So we
give them players before they pump themselves. We give them the coach. We give them everything. If because it's not Joe Satukwefiu, Arizako, how do you call it? Lai Kissing, and Dankwe.
So this season, what have you given Hearts of Oak?
Nothing. Nothing. Unless I die.
That's exactly the
You see,
we take their
as of all, let me tell you something. Since I can't leave as of all, that's of all is special. They are nowhere to be found.
Is it the Hearts of Oak that's on top of the league table that you're talking about right now?
What I'm saying right now. That
Yes.
The league where we are playing, nobody know who threw the league.
Yeah, but they're on top of the table.
Oh, but are we not top on the table before? No, ask you. Are we not top on the table before? We make our mistake where as of all come and take up. Can't do the league top because of our players mess up with Adwana scores in how do you call it a class 4 stadium. If other than that we pass us off. We pass us off.
Yeah, but Langabel, I appreciate what you're saying, but it really doesn't matter. Look at the table right now.
The table is
after 27 games.
Yes.
Hearts of Oak is on top with 49 points.
Thank you for the work.
That's a fact.
It's a fact. It's there.
Yes.
That's what I'm telling that. The game by game, anybody can't you see what Jerome tell you? When every game or FIFA will not talk what he tell you, you don't understand. Every game, when you play and you win, you will come and be a top. But when you lose, you draw a point. No, that's I'm saying that as of all shouldn't brag themselves, say that because of they are on the top, they are so. We are in the system. Okay,
so gentlemen, let's talk about because apart from the fact that Jerome, you're Kotoko, and Fifi, you are great Olympics, you're also great analysts. So let's talk about the team forms right now. Put on your analytical hats, and let's talk about the team Hearts of Oak. Fifi, I'll start with you.
Okay, so I've taken my hat off as Olympics fan.
Nice.
In terms of football, the others might differ, but I think that Olympics is well structured on the field of play. The passing, interpassing, I see Olympics can possess the ball for about 10, 15 minutes before they lose the ball. I have watched Kotoko, I have watched Hearts of Oak, I have watched Ashanti Gold, and I watched the game against Wafa. And if you're talking about football, possessing football, I think Wafa is one of the best in the league. And if Olympics went to Wafa and were able to beat them by 3-2, it tells you their pedigree. I'm surprised about a team like Interlice, where they found themselves in, because they also like to play football, attacking football. A team like Ebusian Dwarfs, they have a very good coach. They played very good football. And I think Barreto has changed Kotoko a bit. No disrespect to Maxwell Knedu, he did wonderfully well. But I think that there's been some change in the Kotoko setup now. It tells you clearly that the Ghana Premier League is highly competitive, and officiating as well has been, it's been not too good, but I mean, officiating, you cannot rule it out. I mean, everybody has his opinion, being offside or penalty, or I've seen some ridiculous penalties. I don't want to mention names.
I'll mention it.
Yeah.
I'll talk about
I've seen some ridiculous penalties in the league, but largely the teams are doing extremely well, and you see the professionalism in which all the teams, I think they're putting pressure on each other. Hearts of Oak got their bars not too long ago. Kotoko had theirs. Karela had theirs, Olympics had theirs. So the teams don't have it, will put pressure on them. And if these things, it gives the players some kind of comfort and it relaxes them to play good football. If the players are not in good spirit and they think about how to get to the field and accommodation-wise is not good and all that, it makes them uncomfortable. So that's the reason why we are seeing that results on the field of play. And I must say kudos to the handlers of all the teams. They've done yeoman's job so far.
Okay. Jerome, how would you analyze the form of the clubs?
I think to start with Hearts of Oak, they have been on and off. I mean, when Papic came, I had some confidence that he was going to transform things. He had 1-2 wins, and then all of a sudden everything crumbled. Coach Boadu, I must say, is surprising me, but there isn't so much work for him to do.
But Jerome, Hearts of Oak has lost. They've not lost their last 5 games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm saying that it's not so much to do with the fact that he is in charge. I'm saying that the quality in the Hearts team is already there. You needed someone to just bring in some stability, and that is what Boadu has done. I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm just saying that the Hearts of Oak have the players. It's just like Asante Kotoko. It got to a point where Maxwell, and I've said this over and over again, Maxwell, the decision to get rid of him was too rushed. At some point, Kotoko was going to stabilize, and that is what we are seeing now. Barreto will still need to put his feet down and get certain things right. I, for instance, didn't like the kind of changes he made in the goalkeeping department in the last 2 games. I thought it was unnecessary. It contributed to the team's inability to win, whether we like it or not. So for the teams, it's good that now Hearts have some stability. Kotoko is also coming up. Fifi mentioned Inter-Allies. I'm very surprised they are at the bottom of the table because football. King Faisal still have problems, and I fear for them. I don't know how they're going to recover with.
Jerome, if King Faisal win 2 games, they are up from the relegation bottom.
But didn't they just fire their manager, or the manager left? So they still have serious issues. Hello, Jerome? Hello? Oh, I think I'm afraid we lost Jerome. Was it Jerome we lost, or Fifi? Okay. Kindly unmute Jerome. Hello, Jerome? Okay, Jerome Autry can't seem to hear me. Fifi, can you hear me? Not quite. Okay, so let me go to Toti. Toti, talk to me about the form that Hearts has right now.
Okay, I'll start off by saying that it's actually been a roller coaster season for Hearts of Oak. Don't look at the fact that Hearts is lying on top of the league now. The league actually started on a very difficult note for Hearts. You remember all these COVID issues that made sure that Hearts didn't start the league. Hearts had to wait for all the clubs to start before they joined in the start. Again, Hearts lost points against Ashgold. Hearts had not won any match in the first 4 matches. So there was a bit of pressure on Hearts of Oak. That was how come Coach Odum had to leave for Nee Thompson to continue before Costa Papic stepped in. And when Costa Papic came in, I for once was very much hopeful because of his previous stint with Hearts of Oak. And I thought the profiles of the players who are in the team currently were very much likened to that of the team he coached before. So I thought he could do a very good job. He started on a bright note, and then along the line, a lot of issues came up and he had to go. So I think, like Jerome said, the quality is there. We only needed someone who would be a bit more pragmatic, instill belief in the team so that we hit the ground running. And rightly so, that is exactly what's happening at Accra. So I would want to also comment about Ashanti Gold. I think they have been architects of their own downfall. Changing 5 coaches in a season definitely is not going to help your cause. Teams like Mediema have had a blip in the past few games. They started so well. In fact, they were the team tipped to win this league because in the last 2 truncated seasons, they were actually before the league was stopped. So all in all, I think the teams are being competitive, and it's also due to the fact that talents are widely spread across all the teams. A lot of teams are showing ambition because there are various degrees of investments in the teams. Karela is now being helped by the Ghana Gas, Mediema backed by Goldfield, and it's a good thing to note that people are actually showing interest and actually investing so well in the teams for the league to be this competitive.
Okay. Jerome, if you can hear me, I think you were talking about Ken Faisal. You're surprised why Interlice is where they are on the league table. If you can hear me, you can continue.
Yeah, so I was saying that it surprises me because I think administratively they are about the best run football club in the country. They have very young and quality players. I don't know what went wrong. My only assumption is that they had problems in the first round. You see, the league competition is such that if you don't get a good start, if you don't really build up points in the first round, in the second round, when teams are really prepping to either stay or win the competition, you are going to struggle to win. And that is what King Faisal is facing. That is what Interlice are also facing. It is not as if they can't win. It is all that all the other teams are doing more to either stay in the competition or achieve their targets for the season. Olympics have said that they may want to be in the top 4 or even win the competition. How are you going to beat a team like Olympics when you are bottom at the table? There's no way they will give in. Hearts of Oak are gunning to also win the competition for the first time in 10, 11 years. How are you, if you are King Faisal, going to beat them with that ambition inside? If you take the other teams like Mediama, I think they also somehow caused their own problems. If you look at the fact that they changed too many players, they've changed coaches, and then even for Ash Gold, Kwame mentioned it so well that they've been architects of their own problems. 5 coaches in a season, it's so unreasonable. It is definitely going to affect the stability of your team. And for Ash Gold, they are going to get paid for that because Kotoko are beating them on Sunday. For the rest of the teams, Ebusia Dwarfs, I thought they were doing well along the line, only for them to crumble after that game with Legon Cities that did not end. That point deduction they suffered has really affected them.
Okay.
It is out. I think a lot of people are not looking at what Coach Bashir Hayford is doing. He was brought in to ensure some stability in that setup. And so far, I think he's doing it.
Well, if you're watching us, you want to be part of this conversation, get ready because that opportunity will come shortly. But Langabel, you're also going to talk to me about the form of the clubs. You said when Fifi mentioned that there had been some bad officiating, you said you're going to mention it.
Yes. Madam.
Yes, sir.
You know that, how do you call it? Keto administration say that is bringing something better for the nation. Not because of announced expose, all the referees has changed. But let me tell you that some of the referees are not changing my character. Some of the referees are not. Let me tell you something. If your people can bring as much as of all versus King Faisal, Bichim, and 11 Wonders, you see really that the ball, it was a penalty. Real penalty. You took penalty to score somebody. Why somebody get a penalty if you didn't take it? When you watch, you see, it seems like the player want to beat the referee. When they show right now, you see it. See it, lady. See right now. This is, you are a lady. What is this? No, what is this? If the referees are not supporting us of all, some of the referees are not supporting us of all. See you yourself, see what is going on. Some of the referees put their hand and the whistle for their mouth to know that they are, some of them they are helping across of all.
But Langabel,
yes.
the fact is, referees will not get everything right. But that would not mean that they are supporting a certain club.
But why they ban the referees? Why they suspend the referees? If you didn't help somebody, why did they suspend?
So there must be proof. If it is proving that
it's proving in the telly right now. See the telly, it's proving. That thing is proving. Then you are telling me, you are asking me that if it was proving. The thing is proving the telly right now. You and I sitting here watching.
No. Okay, Langabel, calm down.
I'm coming down, my sweet laddie.
When I say it must be proving, the allegation of a referee helping a club, that's what I mean by you must prove beyond just what you see on the pitch, that somebody is on somebody's side.
Thank you, lady. But this is not something like you have to prove. The proof is coming from the television. The proof is coming from the television.
Okay, so let me get a few thoughts in terms of bad officiating. I know that Fifi, you were having your doubts. You didn't want to mention names, but are these the games that you were thinking about, Fifi?
Yes, I don't want to mention names again. I want to be very, but there's been maybe Jerome will. There's been horrible officiating on some of the games. Horrible. Some penalties given, and I mean it's not good for the game. I'm thinking that after number 12, all these things will stop. But it looks like some of the referees, I don't know if they are fanatics of a particular club or they are the number 12 on the pitch for them. I really don't know, but they must up their game professionally. If we want to attract, we want to see our referees officiating in the CAF Champions League, in the Confederation Cup, in all the CAF competitions, they must up their game, because whatever we are saying, whatever we are doing here, people are listening and they are watching.
Jerome, for fans like myself, we usually are interested in the score line, so we may not pay attention to the referees. So has it been that bad for you as well?
I think there are isolated cases of terrible officiating. I wouldn't say throughout the season we've had very bad officiating. I mean, across board. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that for some specific matches, the officiating has just been bad, and there can be no justification for it, especially when the FA itself is coming up to ban or suspend those referees in those games. You have good cause to say that it's been terrible. And like Gabriel mentioned, the Hasselhoff game against Kinfesa, it was that bad. I mean, you have a referee who sees a penalty, and you see that the replays we're only confirming that it's either the referee was incompetent or just did not know what he was doing on the pitch. In that game,
but Jerome, not to cut you. You know, if you have opportunity of looking at the replay, is different from the incident happening on the pitch. If you're watching replay, you can comfortably sit at your couch and say, "Oh, this is a penalty." Not to hold brief for the referees though, but if we are able to introduce the VAR like we saw at the Fadaman Park, maybe some of these things can be avoided.
You see, Fifi, I'm not disputing this. It's very difficult for the referees sometimes, but some of the decisions. I mean, let's go to Hatsofo Galmina Sharks. The referee claims he spotted a penalty. He awarded a penalty. Now, if the claim is that you saw the incident and you want to punish the player who committed the offense, you walk straight to that player and punish him. In this case, he punished a different player. He showed a red card to a player who was not even close to the incident. In such a situation,
but the team has ability to protest, and it can be changed. We've seen that in the EPL. They can change it.
See, all I'm saying is all these things are there, but we expect of the referees to know what they know to be, to do what they know to be right. Go back to the Kotoko game, Kotoko Liberty. The last time I spoke about referees in the competition, a lot of the Hearts fans felt that I was shielding Kotoko, or I didn't want to talk about Kotoko. But the Kotoko Liberty game in Sogakope, a free kick was awarded that led to Kotoko's goal, and everybody knows that there was no foul. So, we cannot say the competition has had very bad officiating. But there have been some cases of officiating which haven't gone too well, and which the referees will really have to work on. Because at the end of the day, I've seen a post by our big friend Kuja Adai-Mensah talking about referees being punished for giving bad decisions, yet the outcome of the game doesn't change. If the referees,
I was going to come to that, because for me, there's no sense in punishing the referee. If you punish the referee or suspend the referee or whatever it is, you have admitted that the referee is at fault. Agree?
Yes.
So what happens to the points? What happens to the points? You've not done anything. You've only aided the team to climb up the ladder.
Exactly. And where we have examples to show that it is going to happen again, I will wish for the situation where not just Ghana football, but the football world will reach the point where even when the referee is changed or is punished, the outcome of the game must also be reversed.
Yeah.
Or something should be done, because otherwise it really makes no sense. If a referee can cheat and hand the club victories or give them the points that is so much needed, and at the end of the day he's going to be suspended, what it means is that referees can still do that, help the club, and at the end of the day the club will benefit.
So have you been, Jerome, has your club been at the receiving end of such bad officiating? Have you benefited?
Oh, of
this
course.
Season?
There's no club in the Ghana Premier League that can say it has not benefited from bad officiating.
Okay, has Kotoko, so Kotoko has benefited this season?
Come again?
Has Kotoko benefited this season?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, I mentioned the Liberty game where a foul was awarded to Kotoko that led to Kotoko's goal. And but for that goal, Kotoko would have lost that match. And I'm saying that in such a situation, it is difficult for me to overlook that incident and go and talk about Hearts of Oak.
Okay.
I saw that incident. I thought the referee's judgment was wrong, much as others too have had it wrong. So it is not a matter of Hearts of Oak being favored, although some of their matches, they seem to have had many of such incidents. I'm only saying that we need to look at those isolated cases and do something about it, because you see, now it is 7 or 6 matches left. By the time we are left with 2 or 3 matches, things are really going to get tense. And the ref will have a lot of control. They will have a lot of say in what happens to any of the teams in the competition.
Okay, so at this point, let me say good morning. Welcome to the conversation. A Lawyer Monday, he's CEO for Karela. If you can hear me, let's see you say hello.
Hi.
Okay, great to have you. We've progressed.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've progressed in this conversation. But let me ask of your opinion in terms of the forms that you've seen. Let's start with Karela, because that's your team.
May I ask you, Mama, why you're wearing a Hearts of Oak shirt?
Oh, because I'm a fan.
I'm not a Karela United shirt.
I'm a Hearts fan.
You're a Hearts fan?
Yes.
Is your producer a Karela United fan?
My colleague, Joseph Akable, is a Karela fan.
Okay, I'm going to bring him a Karela shirt.
Please add me to it.
No way. I don't give gifts to rivals.
But Aloy, I mean, Karela, you were in great form. I remember George Addy Jr. telling the Karela story. We all fell in love with it. You were on top of the table, and then suddenly we saw you drop. Now I think you're like 4 on the table. What's happened to your team? Tell us about your form this season.
Well, it's been a remarkable journey. I am sure that if you ask the guys on your sports desk, and for any even casual observer of the game, no one would have predicted that 7 games to go, Karela will be 4th on the table, 5 points off the top, and will still be in contention for the league title. So we've really come far. We are excited by the progress that we have made this year, but at the same time also we're a bit disappointed by the form we have shown in the second round of the league. But yeah, I think that the issue has been really like a topsy-turvy season. Kotoko have had their ups and downs. Hearts of Oak certainly were out of it.
Hello, Aloy? Okay, I'm afraid I think we've lost that connection, but we'll raise him back.
Depends on him. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Go on.
Yeah, sorry. So I'm just saying that we've just had our ups and downs, and our down moment seems to have come at the start of the second round, where we have drawn a lot of matches that, in our estimation, should have been games that we won. But yeah, we are still in it, and we are going at it.
Just before you connected, we were talking about bad officiating. And I think Fifi Taki and Jerome had said there have been some isolated cases. I was asking Jerome if Kotoko had been at the receiving end of such and he admits. So do you have concerns about bad officiating this season?
Yeah. I think I'll be remiss if I said anything otherwise. I mean, the quality and the standard of officiating has been really questionable. I think as club administrators, we have had occasion in some of our conversations and engagements to raise that. I certainly, for one, I'm looking forward to end of season review meetings as Premier League CEOs to raise that issue. Certainly, it's something that I'm sure the rest of my colleagues in the game will discuss anytime we have the opportunity to go to Congress, which is a wider football community. You know what? I mean, we all watch the game, right? We watch the game locally, we watch the game internationally. Referees, like our players, will make mistakes. Our coaches make mistakes. I mean, some coaches lose their jobs because of a series of mistakes that they make, which puts the team in a bad position. So referees are going to make mistakes. We're going to discuss that. But sometimes you look at some of the decisions that the referees make, and you think that some of the decision is gone beyond just human error, you know. But the difficulty, as my brother Jerome was highlighting, is how, without evidence, how to highlight that this particular mistake was motivated and this particular mistake was not motivated. At the same time, when I say this, I need to give credit to the FA and the referee review panel. I think they've been the busiest committee at the GFA this season, because after every match, there are a series of videos that clubs send back to them, highlighting issues that they think is wrong or they think have not been dealt with properly, and they've consistently had to make decisions on these things. So I think that should even signal something to the GFA that, you know what, there's a roots and branch review that must happen with refereeing. Do we bring robots to referee our game? Well, I think that would be the solution, but do we have artificial intelligence that's ready now to solve that problem? Yeah, because this human issue, I don't know. I really don't.
All right. Well, Eloy, stay with us. At this point, if you're watching and you want to get involved in the conversation, please feel free. 0302-211-6912. Let's talk about our teams and the games that they are facing this weekend. Langabel, who's your money on? Obviously, Great Olympics, but have you seen any vision in terms of how the game will go?
Oh, we are going to score a class of food. Definitely.
With what?
With leg.
Any predictions in terms of the scoreline?
We are giving the same canoe. The canoe we parried them the first round. We are parrying them the same canoe second round. Right now, there's no sympathy for any cripple.
Have you seen the Hearts form? Did you watch the last game?
Forget about the Hearts form. Look, let me tell you something. My last game, they play with who? Liberty. Our last game, we play with Unity. FC, you saw the game. We just pamper the boys, let our boys rest for a class of four, and we bring our second team. The second team beat them 2-0. And after we play with Liberty, we bring the first team, and you thought you are doing best. Let me tell you something. People are saying so many things let me tell you something. You see, Olympics, when referee, it make mistake for Olympics. We haven't said anything. We just make cool. But when we are watching, look the penalty the referee took against Olympics, we in Karela. It's fantastic penalty. It's fantastic. There's no any Olympic supporter will report about this referee. That what the referee did is bad.
So that was a good call.
It's a very good call because the man immediately the guy kicked the ball hits. Look, he hit our player hand. You see, he hit our player hand. The first one is not this one. He hit our player hand. When the referee say penalty, me myself, I watch the ball. I say yes, this is a rare referee. Way is handling fantastic matches. Now when you take something here, this one. When you take something, when the referee appointed referee penalty like this, the supporter, you say that it's your player who made the mistake before. Or you cannot say anything against the referee. But it doesn't mean that the referee, you know that This one is rare penalty. Then you tell yourself, it seems like you don't know what is going on. What is happening? This is unbelievable. Well, I'm telling the referees that they shouldn't spoil critical administration. They shouldn't spoil, because of them. They don't take them to AFCON or anything.
Yeah.
Because they are doing things which is not bad.
Okay, I'll come back to you because I want to push and see if you would give me a scoreline at least. But James is in Axim and Mark is in Bubuashi. James, good morning.
Good morning, Mama.
Tell us about your team.
May I speak?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm more Hasselhoek.
Hats.
We do the same thing.
Nice.
I'm more than Hasselhoek group on this. But then the share a Olympic team for Nika Olympic football and Katankata. So we'll continue for this season within one another Ankata. Now, I know what could be there. Team no, as for dinner. Or there, what you could now, there, coaching in the sticker. Well, so what you could now, or there, what you really feel now, so what's the point is in I had them now there. Yes, she appears to be games to be where referees between the mistake. Case Manchester United. Referee on my Torres red card. What can we give you Torres? Until what takes another or the morning. Into a blue referee mistake. What you want because game no abu remember the football man we are referees watch on us so point in one and she them na on the game no oyeto robo back go to match na.
Okay. All right, James Medasibebre. James is calling from Maxim, and essentially James was having a bite on the issue of what happens to the points given to the other party when a wrong call is made, essentially. And Fifi and Jerome were just talking about the issue of even if you deal with the referee, the point is already given. So what happens? It's I'm not sure it was just them raising the issue and thinking about the fact that we should be finding a solution to that sometime in the future. But let me talk to Sam. Sam is in Takrade. Good morning, Sam. Hello, Sam. Sam, can you hear me? Okay. Hello, Sam. Not quite. I'm afraid I lost Sam.
Good morning. I'm Roland. Brother.
Okay. All right, Roland. Where are you calling from? Okay, great. And you support which team?
Oh, I'm Kotoko.
You're Kotoko. You're meeting Ash Gold.
Said in this match, Hasselhoek Olympic.
Oh, you want to talk about Hearts? Okay, what's your interest? You want Hearts to lose?
Yeah, definitely. Hearts is going to lose this match. Yeah, definitely.
I wish you mind your own business.
Yes.
Roland, I said I wish you would mind your own business.
Roland move.
Oh no, I think.
But I'm much interested in this match that Olympics will beat Hasselhoek and Kotoko will win against Ashanti.
Okay, I hear you. Francis is in Brekum. Francis, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
Is it Chelsea you support?
No, Hasselhoek.
Oh, nice. Masters.
Yeah.
Okay. So what thoughts do you want to share with us?
Oh, we are going to win by 2-1 against Edison.
How many goals did you say?
2-1 against
3.
Olympic.
Okay. Nice. Is there anything that you see reason you give 3?
Ask him that.
Oh,
is it
madam,
dream?
for me, they are
Is it
talking
dream
about
or it's learning?
I'm not thinking about them because if you see the starting of the season, where us are and today where they are, no, madam. We should forget about them.
Okay, so Francis,
let me ask you something. Francis, do you listen careful? Francis.
What do you want to add?
Thank you. Francis, what you say right now, are you dreaming or you are moving?
Hello.
You don't listen. You don't know what I said.
No, let me explain. Francis, Langabel essentially is asking the 3-1, the scoreline that you give. Also, Diana say, this year.
No, madam, I'm not dreaming.
Okay, all right, Francis, thank you. Solomon is in Kumasi. Solomon, is it Ash Gold or is Kotoko for you? Okay, you Yate.
My sister, this morning, let me greet you. You are doing a fantastic job for the nation. God bless you for that. I am calling from Kumasi, and Achiasi wants to be precise inside Achuman Wabiajanov. Coming up weekend, Kumasi Santiago will be playing against our landlord. And that match is not an easy match. It's not an easy match at all. But it's our prayer that Kumasi Santiago can win it and take the 3 points. And Olympics, I know Olympics can do it. What Olympics need is good officiating.
That's all.
If they get good officiating, Olympics can beat House of Oak hands down.
Wait till you meet them.
We meet who?
Olympics.
Olympics, we draw with them. We draw with them. They have a good team. The House of Oak. All Olympic need is good officiating. If they get good officiating, they will beat House of Oak hands down.
We hear you. We hear you, Solomon. Thank you very much. Let me speak to Cosmos. Is my last caller. Cosmos is in Cape Coast. Is it Elmina Sharks for you?
No, please.
Oh, okay. So what's your club?
I want to talk about the fact that points should be deducted from teams when referees make mistakes. My take on this issue is that should not be the case. Why am I saying this? Let me give you a clear scenario. There was this match, EPL match, that was between Sheffield United and then Manchester United, where the referee made 2 mistakes against Manchester United by ruling Manchester United goal for a foul on a player, and then for making Sheffield United goal stand while there was a foul on David De Gea. Now, what happened was that the FA just wrote an apology letter to Manchester United, but the points for Sheffield United were never...
Oh, I think we lost Cosmos there, making a very important point. Cosmos, I apologize, but thank you very much for your call.
Yes, because what the Cosmos want to say that the referees can close their eyes to penalize you. But when they penalize you, finisher, there's no way they can withdraw the points from you again.
Yeah.
But what the guy is saying, let him correct him. They themselves, they are disturbing drafts. The supporters in Cape Coast. I'm begging them, they should stop that thing. If they want Cape Coast football to maintain in Cape Coast, they have to stop the draft supporters. They have to stop. Because according to the referee, the supporters are threatening him. And there's no security there. Fire service. Are we going to kill a fire? No. Are we going to kill the fire in the transport and the Cape Coast Stadium? And let me
but longer, but when you call fire service, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's fire. It's because there's an emergency.
Forget about the marbles. Forget about the marbles. Forget about the marbles. Let me tell you something. The fire service work is fire service. They're supposed to be there when there's a fire break. Then they'll come and quench the fire. One, the football where we are playing is for the police or soldier. Police and soldier. Me, Langabe, when you bring fire service to come and control me, I will insult him.
No. That's not good. That's not a good thing to say.
What I'm saying, I'm going to say. I'm saying that. A point of order. I beg your pardon.
Okay, just like
I didn't say that. I will say it. Assume, like you are assuming people. Fire service, yes. Thank you. I'll give you an example. And ladies are playing football at, how do you call it? Police hospital. The fire service prison yard. They are playing matches. It's not a player go and beat one player. The fire service people are there. They can't do anything. Because they came to themselves, they are come to watch the match. They don't come to secure people.
Okay, so I get what you mean. I have listened to you, I've heard you. But I also want to say something. Fire service is not just for fire.
But they are for
they come for emergency purposes, which could be anything.
No, are they fire break happening in the stadium when they are coming there?
Okay, guys, I think you have a lot of work to do here. But now that he's taking us to security, let's talk about whether or not he also has some security concerns. I'll start with Fifi. Work on Langabell for me, okay? I'm not getting her as well.
In terms of security, I go to the stadium and there's no security, Mama. No. Because you have policemen who are supposed to be watching the crowds and they watch football.
That's it.
Arguing with supporters and referees' decision and all that. Lately, they have introduced stewards. And the stewards, they don't watch the human beings. They don't watch the supporters. They sit down there and watch the football.
If you like,
I have worked as a steward before. I got sacked for watching the ball for just a minute. These guys has to be trained and trained proper because security at the stadium is not good at all. It can be better.
Yeah.
It can be better, but it's not good. Policemen or men in uniform, when they go to the stadium, they know that they are there to work. They are not there to go and watch football. Eloy, Jerome, all of them, they know this.
I've got a few thoughts. I've got a few thoughts on that, Fifi, and I think you haven't come to an answer. So maybe you shouldn't make blanket statements.
Okay,
but sports are really world class. They know what they have to do. Little wonder you got fired in your job in London for watching the games. My guys don't watch the games. No, but on the more serious note, I think that there are issues here. There are issues here for all of us as stakeholders in the game to address. And I think that I've had occasion to have gripes with the security that is provided for my games, or we organize for our games at home. And we've had occasions, to be truthful, where sometimes the...
Eloy, are you driving?
No, I'm actually parked. Sometimes the police do not show up on time for the game, you understand? So these are some of the questions that we have around the game that I think needs addressing, Mama B. And I think stakeholders all have a big part to play. Langabell hit the nail right on the head about the situation that we saw in Dwarf. But that's the Dwarf one, and because it escalated to that level. But there have been games I've been to this season away from home that we have gone to the brink. You know, sometimes of the referee saying that they will not continue the game. So there's a whole lot of issues around security, in the game. But you know what? The football has been great, and I don't think we need to lose sight of that fact. The football has been great at times this season. My team has certainly been involved in some remarkably good games. I've seen some of the rest of the teams in the top four play great games. Even teams at the bottom of the league have put on some great performances. We went to entire life. We lost by 2-0, and that was a remarkable performance by Allies. You know, and I'm the away team. I didn't have any complaints. We just got beaten by a very good Allied team. So there are positives in the league that we're playing. And I'm sure that we play our game on Saturday against Midiama. It's going to be a live game. I entreat everybody to watch. My team has been preparing really well all week for it. We don't have the leading scorer in the game because he's away in Japan at the moment. You know who I'm talking about, Joe Taylor. There's none better than him in the league at the moment. 16 goals. I think when he comes back,
Maxwell, I bet you are not with us.
I think when he comes back, he's going to smash the record, and he's going to do 20. I am sure of that. It's a shame he was not available for the Midiama game, but we're still going to beat Midiama, and it will be a good game.
Any predictions?
Yeah, we're beating them 1-0.
Okay, all the best with it, Eloy, and I'll be supporting your club. I mean, I empathize with your club, to be fair.
Yeah, we don't need your empathy, we need your support.
Eloy Monday CEO for...
Gerald, Fifi, great catching up. We'll talk later, guys. Cheers, bye.
Okay, so Jerome, I was just going to say that you travel wide. I mean, you watch games, really. Have you had concerns with security?
I think there is a general lack of security at almost all the league centers. And Fifi rightly hit the nail on its head. You don't have enough policemen or security men at the various venues. The few that also will come will be found watching the game. And not to accuse any of them, but this is what they do. We've seen them watch game, argue with fans, even express their view on officiating and all that. And that is a problem.
Okay.
Jerome.
Go ahead.
Jerome.
He's listening. Yeah.
Jerome, let me tell you something. You know the people where they watch match for Ghana here, Kumasi Sports Stadium, policemen.
Maybe one more thing. I think relative to security, I will make this appeal to the police administration. I've written about it a lot of times. It beats my imagination how referees can be attacked at matches.
Where there's no referee, there's no policemen.
And you find no arrest. Look, I can give you copious instances, more than 15 instances of a referee attack in Ghana football over the last 10 years and no arrest. It is something I fail to understand. Maybe it is part of the problem I've just spoken about, a general lack of security, but it's something the FA and the police will have to take another look at.
Okay, so Ash Gold Kotoko, predictions?
We are winning 2-1.
All right.
You know what,
Kwame, let me just finish with Kwame. Toti, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so your predictions for the Hatterford Great Olympics game.
You shouldn't predict at all.
Okay, permit me to add my voice quickly to the refereeing incidents, and I'll quickly round up with my expectations and predictions.
All right.
I think that Hearts of Folk as a team has also had its own share of horrible officiating, and it's laughable for people to assume that we are only benefiting from it. We've had an outstanding cases in very poor officiating when we visited Ash Gold at Mediema to short change. So I don't think it's the people who are trumpeting all these things only have a ploy to distract us, and no way we are getting distracted. This title chart is on, and we are moving straight to the title.
Nobody do anything.
Langabel, let him land.
Nobody do anything.
Langabel, let him land.
Okay, let me land, then I'll give it to you.
Let him land. Kwame, just your predictions so that we can go.
Yes, then coming to the game, I think it's Olympics have really done well this season. If you follow them closely throughout the preseason, it wouldn't surprise you how they are performing. But I think this time around, we are edging them by a solitary goal. You know that you've not conceded in our last 5 games, and we are not going to do same. We are going to beat them by a Kojo of being solitary goal.
Oh, you mentioned the boy name.
Masters.
It's die finish.
Langabel.
You mentioned somebody's name. You mentioned somebody's name. Well, we are going to put him on the water. Serious matter.
What are your predictions?
Thank you. Let me say something before I give the prediction. You see, the Accra Sports Stadium, the policemen when they are there, Honorable Inspector
IGP.
how do you call it? Sule, Inspector Sule, and CC. These policemen are fantastic in Accra Sports Stadium. The place I'm talking about, outside Accra Sports Stadium, outside Accra. You understand me?
That's when the policemen watch the games.
No, yes, and the fast service.
Okay, you.
Oh, my prediction. I think I'll give you my prediction already.
Okay, wait, hold on. Fifi, let me get your predictions before we wrap up.
We're going to get a comfortable win and a convincing victory for Accra Great Olympics on Sunday.
So if we're going to put money on it?
2-0 for Accra Great Olympics.
All right. All the best with it. I mean, we're rivals, but hey, we can do it nicely.
You are sitting here saying rivals. Sunday, if you want to chop, make fufu fast for your husband. Serious matter. And if your husband want to make a fundamental agona, let us make finish before the game started. Other than that, things will fall apart on you. From top to down. Serious matter.
What are your predictions?
Oh yes, because as I see you right now, your husband love you. And when the thing happen like this, things will fall apart. No sentimental agreement. Shegelege Stanley will fall apart. No, I'm begging you. Fifi said it that the thing is gonna we are going to over you. The day is over. Lord, please, I beg about chop and cook for your husband.
My husband is Kotoko, by the way.
Forget about the Kotoko. I'm talking about you. And you let him, you make your husband make sentimental agona before the things.
And that's our conversation. Langabel.
Let me say something for Tema Abu. Tema Abu.
Are you reading from the paper?
No, I have a little take cup of water. Benzine for Tema shipping Tema Abu. The trellis. This fishing trawler is doing illegal.
Okay, so
fishing, which is the cycle. They are the people who do cycle.
Okay, so what you have done is an allegation that we're going to follow up on.
That's what I'm telling you.
Thank you. So we're going to follow up. I'll get my producer to...
Allegation. The thing is going on, it's allegation. It is all Ghana this point. The thing is going on, it's allegation.
Langabel.
Thank you. Let me greet you.
You have to play fair.
Oh,
and that's what it is.
Ghana this one will like the thing you did no, I get
we have to wrap up.
Let me greet my one of my
quickly.
Mr. Bannerman, Minister of Fishes. I'm greeting you. You get me?
But you know Mr. Bannerman at Ministry of Fisheries, so why are you coming to tell me about the allegation? Why are you coming to tell me about the illegal something?
Yes.
You are also part of the problem.
I'm telling him to back up. Maybe he's sleeping.
Okay.
Where you don't know what is going on.
Okay.
No, I'm the one.
Okay.
Who knows it?
Okay.
So I will let people know that what is going on there like this. Oh, okay. I'm telling him because it's my brother.
Okay.
When the fire comes, he goes, I don't get money again.
Okay.
No, let me help him to fire the Soweto.
So we'll follow up on the this information. No, it's a piece of information that you've given us.
Yeah, you have to say
so
information.
We're going to follow up.
Say information.
We're going to
say it, information.
That's it, people. When we come back, I did mention to you earlier that we're talking about a company. This is a company that's offering a specialized service. So, you have a company in Ghana, but you're thinking about having a branch. That's a conversation for you. But if you haven't even considered it, we'll give you a reason to consider it. And if you need support, we will also tell you how my next guest will be supporting you. So please stay with us.